All right. I think we are live. At least that's what the little red clock in the corner says for me. You probably can't see that, but good to see. We got a few people that have already checked in here. So let me start saying hello to everybody. We have Eric from North Shore Travelers. He's just starting up his channel. So if y'all want to go check him out over there, him and I have been messaging back and forth. He's been trying to get his logo together, and he's got a really good looking logo. Well, he doesn't really have it up yet, but it's in the process. So he's working on that. We've just been bouncing some ideas around, and we have the Moonlight Adventures here, Josh and Chastity, another cruise travel channel. If you all haven't checked them out, they are a riot. They do some really fun stuff. So definitely go check them out. They got a ton of videos and a lot of views. I think it was 350,000. Correct me if I'm wrong, Josh. Views that they had. And let's see here. We got Daryl here. We have Christy here. Daryl and Christy, what is going on? Lido Tito is here. I know he is getting excited because he is about to go to Alaska with Usnavi. We have Yoli here. What is going on, Yoli? Yoli and I and Anita and her husband Andrew, we are going to be going to a Cubs game later this month. They're going to be coming into town. So we have already set that up. We have Ted here. What's going on, Ted? Good to see you here. We got Frankie Floyd here. It's good to see you here as always. Tony G is back. Good to see you, Tony G. We have Tiesa and Michael, and I'm caught up for the moment at least. I just released a video. I don't know how many of you all got a chance to see it. I assume some of you are here because of that video, which is cool. If you're new to the station, say hi for sure. And so I know there's a lot of people that live or Galveston they consider their home port. I know Tito and I were just talking about that the other day, actually, that even though he's closer to the New Orleans port, he'd prefer to go to the Galveston port. And that is where the Carnival Jubilee is going to be. So some of you may not know that there's going to be a cruise directors conference for Carnival where all the bigwig cruise directors are basically leaving their ships for a week and going to this cruise directors conference. Now, will they be letting somebody know or let someone there know that they're going to be awarded the Carnival Jubilee? It could happen. It could happen. Now, I'll tell you this. I interviewed Lee Mason last year on the Mardi Gras, and I believe it was late June that he found out. And it was while I was on the ship. The news officially broke while I was on the ship. Now, I found out afterwards that he had known for some time, but they didn't come and officially say, it couldn't be made official for whatever reason for a little while. So there's a good chance that, I know the bigwigs already know who it's going to be, right? The actual person that's going to be the inaugural cruise director, I don't know if they know yet. And I know there's probably a few people that could care less. I know some people, the cruise director, that doesn't impact their cruise in any way, shape, or form. Many of the rest of us, we go to a lot of the events that are hosted by the cruise directors, and we see the fun that many of them bring to the ship and just how personable they can be and how they can actually enhance your cruise and make your cruise better. Obviously, I just got it. Well, not obviously to all of you, but I got off the Carnival Horizon recently, and it was my first opportunity. Somehow Cookie has eluded me, cousin Cookie. And I finally got to cruise with him. And I'll tell you what, I mean, so many people had hyped Cookie up. And, when I've done research on cruise directors, Cookie is always, if not the top, right at the top of the most talked about, most cheered on cruise directors that there are out there. And I honestly, I didn't know if he could live up to the hype. not only did he live up to the hype, he did laps around it. Okay. Cookie is everything everybody says he is and more. And he and Kindle Fire have been the top two rumored candidates to potentially get the Carnival Jubilee, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Now, I've cruised with Kendall several times, and I'll tell you what, before Lee Mason was awarded the Carnival Celebration, I was banging the table for her, saying, you know what, she should get the celebration. She would do a great job, and I feel that she would. She's doing a great job on the Mardi Gras now, which is an XL class ship, obviously. And that's the same jumping stone that Lee Mason went from to get the celebration. And just so happens Kindle Fire, that's her resident ship now. All right, let me say hi to some more people. I see we have Angie Morrow here. She just got a shirt from me that I just put in the mail today, I believe. I did. And yeah, we're going to cruise together on June 11th. So hello, Angie. Usnavi is here, and I know she's super excited about Alaska. They're going to Alaska. Usnavi or Lito Tito, how many days? Because I know you have it down to the days. And Yoli, thank you. She likes my backdrop. I like it a lot better now that I got Sadie. Sadie is by my side once again. And yeah. So, and I got to thank, if you missed the last episode, the painting on top, a student of mine made this painting for me. And obviously, she's a very talented senior that will be graduating soon. And then this was Joni Swanson, and she actually does these. So if anybody wants a painting of their pet, and you see that and say, wow, that's an awesome picture of Sadie or whatever, I'm sure she'd probably make one for you, at a cost, of course. But yeah, so I could probably get you in contact with her if that is something that would interest anybody. We have Dilbert here. He says, let me just put that on the screen. We were on the Mardi Gras with you. Oh, okay. And we'll be on your Oh, beautiful. All right. Well, Dilbert, let's catch up and maybe before the bar crawl that first day. And as I already saw Angie there, Lee is awesome. Yes, he is. And I'll tell you what, I just was chatting with Lee minutes before I got on the ship. Those of you that haven't already subscribed to Lee Mason's YouTube, Lee, your cruise director, he's went from like 300 to 1,000 in no time, and he's gone from 1,000 to 2,000. I was just messaging him. I said, congratulations, because you're probably going to hit 2,000 a day. He's like 40 away. Like 40, it takes me about 3 days or 4 days sometimes to get 40 new subscribers. He's been getting 100 a day. I mean, he's just been killing it. But on Lee's channel, you get what the rest of us can't give you. He is a cruise director, so you get behind the scenes stuff. And it's just really good. And I mean, he really takes pride in his photography and his videography too. So, I mean, it's quality stuff too. So if you're not already subscribed to Lee Mason's cruise page, I highly recommend that. Nick is here. What is going on, Nick? And we got Z's Gaming and Home Theater channel, a message Z earlier today too, because he's, that video that I released, I said, you forgot Kindle Fire. And I said, Z, did you watch the video? I said, she is on the thumbnail picture, of the video. And I was like, she is a focal point, obviously. And I won't give away, well, you'll probably figure it out if you're watching this show. But yeah, so Z was busy, so he didn't watch all the way through. So he thought I forgot about Kendall. I didn't forget about Kendall. All right. So before we get back into the Carnival Jubilee, for those people new here, let me pull out my little list. Oh, okay. So we gave away a couple shirts last year, and Sherry, I don't know, Sherry, if you are here, let me know. I have to send your shirt off. And also, who else won last week? We had Lynn. if Lynn is here. Okay, so I gotta get their shirts sent off. And then we already have a drawing going, and then hopefully we'll be able to give away another shirt tonight. But again, the good thing about my drawings, and there we go, we got Frankie Floyd. Frankie Floyd is first, I would say, 4 out of every 5 shows and getting his chart started with Super Chat. So super appreciate that, Frankie, the way you get everything going here. So you are going to be numbers 19 through 21. So the reason he's 19 through 21 is I already have $18 worth of Super Chats from last week. Those are Sherry, who has 1 through 7. Tim G has 8 through 12. Liz has 13 and 14. North Shore Travels has 15 through 18, and now Frankie Floyd 19 through 21. So what I do is after we reach 100, I ask Siri for a random number 1 through 100, and there we got Lito Tito. And then whatever number she gives me, if your number falls from wherever you gave that Super Chat, then you win your choice of shirts. And I have this style, and I have this style in like 3 or 4 different colors: lime, purple, black, and blue, obviously. And then I have this style, which is a little bit more simple. It has Coach Cruise on the front. And some people, I mean, it's really split. Some people like this style better. Some people like the more, I guess, colorful Caribbean type vibe. So Lito Tito, you are 22 through 26. 22 through 26. So we might get there. So that's how that works. And one special thing, and we don't have Sadie anymore. But we used to do some treats, and let me get the comment down here. Now, if anybody does a $15 Super Chat or more, you get me, and the bourbon of the week, or at least until this bottle is gone, is Angel's Envy, which is sorry for the glare there. That is a decent bourbon. And and I've been trying to cut back on my drink. I haven't drank in 6 days. The last time I drank was last Tuesday. So I've gone 6 days, no alcohol. I'm not trying to get away from alcohol. I'm just trying to detox a little bit and get in better shape before cruise season comes along here. We got June 11th, because I'm going to be eating and drinking plenty when I get on my cruises. So let me say hi to the Naughty Cruiser Travel Vlogs is here. And so let's get back to the Jubilee. All right. Now, on the video, narrowed it down to what I feel are the top 3 candidates for the Carnival Jubilee. And I'll give you my reasons why. Well, one, Kendall Fire. She is widely talked about as one of the best cruise directors. I don't think there's much argument that she is the best female cruise director on the Carnival Cruise Line. And North Shore Travels, thank you very much. Let me put you down. You will be 27 through 31. All right, we're making our way. And absolutely, he says, thanks for all your help, Coach. Can you say happy birthday to my daughters, Emma, watching with me, turned 8 yesterday. That is awesome, Emma. And Emma, you have the name of one of my previous favorite cruise directors. Her name was Emma Nixon, and now it's Emma Pack because she got married. But she was English, and oh my goodness. And she would always say, hello, this is Emma. I always remember how she signed on, when she'd ever do announcements to the ship. And she's, I don't know how many of you cruised with her, but she'd say stuff like lemon, easy peasy, lemon squeezy and stuff like, I don't know. I just thought she was corny, but she was a lot of fun. And Mike Pack sure thought she was a lot of fun because he married her and they have a child together. So happy birthday, Emma. And Mark Futch, Look at this, sir. He has bought me a couple drinks here. Let's see here. Thank you so much. You do not know how much that helps out. Um, for those of you that are Islanders, I know we have a few Islanders here watching today. Derek had touched on it. Now, Derek's a much bigger channel, like about 3 times the size of my channel. And he shared, and I'm not giving away his information because he shared this on Sunday, but he shared in 2 years that he's made, I think it was $13,000 or $14,000 combined over 2 years doing YouTube channel. And keep in mind, he's 3 years. I mean, I'm sorry, he's about 3 times as large as my channel. So these super chats honestly are the biggest source of income. I get such a kick out of, and I get annoyed and irritated at the same time. I'll go on Facebook and I might post a video that I've done or something like that. The most recent one I posted was a chef's table that I did. So a chef's this video, I mean, let me just give you an idea. It's been watched, I don't know, 400 or 500 times. I checked the analytics on it or whatever. I've made $1. Okay, $1.30, and it's been watched 400 or 500 times. So some people think that, you know, if you show your video and a handful of people watch it, you're going to make like $5 or $10. It is not that. I mean, I've had videos that have been watched 20, 30, 40,000 times, and it might make, you know, 20, 30 bucks in revenue that you get from ads and things like that. So absolutely, these super chats, Mark, and you know, appreciate that so much. And Eric with North Shore Travels, and we had Lito Tito and Frankie Floyd already today as well. So it really, really goes a long way. So Mark, you are going to be 32 through 81. 32 through 81, which means we are only 19 and super chats away from giving away that shirt. So again, thank you so much there, Mark. And you will have obviously an excellent chance to win a shirt here, a 50-50 chance, in fact. So yeah, so back to the Jubilee. I was talking about Kindle Fire, and Jen Ryan, thank you so much for that. You are 82 through 91. And let's put you up on the screen. And thank you very much, Jennifer Ryan. Yeah, so Kindle Fire, she's younger. She's one of the youngest cruise directors, but she is just one of these people that is ambitious and driven and really is great at what she does. Most people just absolutely love her that have cruised with her. Now, Cookie, same thing. I mean, people absolutely love Cookie. One of the things I love about Cookie is he really does make you feel like family. Like you go on there and he makes people change their perspective about, you know, different cultures, different races, different, you know, ways that people live life. And you just kind of become a community within the same week. You know, you see people, you know, he changes people's minds because he just shares so much love and everything. And look at this. We got the Naughty Cruiser. Yeah, he says, let's close that deal. Give it away, coach. All right, we will do that. So you are 92 through 100. And I think you are also, yeah, you're also number one for the next shirt. So let me put your name up there so you don't get, you are number one. All right. So everybody sees my phone. There's no number showing here. I just want to make sure that nobody thinks like, oh, you already had that number drawn or whatever. Okay, so let me go through the numbers real quick so everybody knows what number they are that did a super chat. We have Sherry that has numbers 1 through 7. Tim G has numbers 8 through 12. Liz C has numbers 13 and 14. Northside Travels has 15 through 18. Frankie Floyd, 19 through 21. Lito Tito, 22 through 26. North Shore Travel, again, 27 through 31. Mark Futch, 32 through 81. Jen Ryan, 82 through 91. And the Naughty Cruiser, 92 through 100. And once again, they said, let's close that deal, give it away. All right. So here we go. Give me a random number 1 through 100.
It's 28.
I don't know if you heard her say that, but it is 28. Let's find out who 28 is. And that is North Shore Travel. Look at that. And and it's funny thing is they just got a shirt. Well, they're going to have another one. And yeah, well, congratulations. Congratulations, North Shore Travel. I have you circled there, Eric. So you got another shirt. We will get that. And the thing is, I know I have your address now, so you won't have to give that to me again. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Well, good. I'm glad Emma loved it. And happy birthday again to Emma. And yes, Christy says congratulations. And Naughty Cruiser, thank you for getting us over the top. So we have our next shirt drawing. So any new super chats, you're going toward the next shirt. And maybe we can give another one away today. All right. So we were still talking about Kindle Fire. And I love being interrupted by people giving super chats. So, you can interrupt me anytime you want to do that. So Cookie, we had talked about, is just amazing. Now, here's the thing that I pointed out. Now, you have also the Flying Scotsman, Chris Williams. Now, not as many people seem to talk about the Flying Scotsman, but those people that have cruised with him, most of them, he's got some big fans. He's got some big fans out there, and he really gets involved in the entertainment side of, he's doing his own act out there. He's not just participating in the acts that they all participate in. He's doing his own act, so he's very talented, and a lot of people just really, really, like him. Now, as he is thought of as much and rallied around as much as the top three, in my opinion, I mentioned this on the video, are and if you feel differently, put in the comments. If you've cruised with these three or two of these three, tell me I'm wrong. But that is Lee Mason, Cookie, and Kindle Fire. When you go on cruise pages, and I'm on a bunch of them, trust me, I'm always doing research and seeing what people are saying and all that type of stuff. And those three names are bounced around as the top. Everybody is always saying one of those three is the best. One of those three is the best. And those three names you hear more than any other, hands down. And again, if somebody says, they hear different, I don't believe it. I mean, those three get talked about so much. But here's the thing with Chris Williams, or the Flying Scotsman. He was on, before Lee Mason was awarded the ship, he was on with him, Lee Mason, Mike Pack. Those three, right? Mike Pack was the inaugural cruise director of the Mardi Gras, and then Lee Mason and Chris Williams were like the two people filling in, when Mike Pack wasn't the cruise director. Then Lee Mason obviously was awarded the celebration. All right. So what's Chris Williams been doing? Well, he's been working on the Mardi Gras. He's been working on the celebration. He's been working on the panorama. So the three newest ships that the Flying Scotsman is a part of are the three top ships, the three most recent ships. So Carnival trusts the Flying Scotsman, and he's been around longer than Kindle Fire. So if it's a seniority type of thing, you could make an argument that, hey, the Flying Scotsman could be in there. Kindle Fire obviously is the resident Mardi Gras cruise director right now. Another added thing, she's from Texas. Where's the Jubilee going to be based? It's going to be based in Texas, all right, in Galveston. So there's a lot of people, and there's even a Facebook page, and the video was posted up there on the Facebook page. It's I forget the exact title of it, but it's like Kindle Fire for the Carnival Jubilee. Basically it's a Facebook that the page is specifically for a Kindle Fire wanting her to get the Carnival Jubilee. So, she has got a super big fan club out there rallying around and hoping that she does get the Jubilee. So if you look at Lee Mason, right, what did he do? He used the Mardi Gras as a springboard and that's an XL class ship. And then he went to the Celebration. On top of that, obviously, he was awesome in his job. Kendall Fire and Chris Williams are in that same position. They're both working on the XL class. Now, Cookie is phenomenal. I mean, I love Cookie. That is my cousin. Okay. I mean, he treated me so gracious and I could not support somebody more in terms, but I just don't see it, because if you look at the cruise director's schedule, they have him back on the horizon on November 5th through like February something. Okay. So now obviously that could be meaningless. I mean, they could tear that up and say, oh, well, you're going to have to forget that schedule because you're going to be, on the Jubilee. They could do that, but it just seems to make the most sense that they're going to give it to somebody that is already working on an XL class ship. And the fact that Kendall Fire is from Texas, it just seems to be too convenient, too perfect, I guess you could say, that she would just make that transition. Not only that, but they don't have a female, leading one of these ships. And we have Mark again. Thanks so much, Mark. I super appreciate that. And I'm going to write you down again. So you are 2 through 11. And thank you so much for that. So yeah, Will G gave her 3 votes. I'm lost there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, gave her 3. Okay, so yeah, I know what we're talking about now. Will says I gave her 3 votes, and Lito Tito says thank you. So, yeah, for those of you who don't know, if you're on my Coach Cruise Facebook page or you're an Islander, Lito Tito and Usnavi is on here too, but Amanda, that is the wife of Derek from Island Time. Okay, they actually won a free cruise, and we're trying to help Michelle win a free cruise through Norwegian this year as a teacher, or if you know some other teacher you want to nominate as well. So I shared her information on both the Coach Cruise page and my personal page. I know Lito Tito, who's an admin on Island Time, has also shared it on Island Time. But yeah, if we could get our whole cruise community, we could support a teacher from our cruise community. That is Michelle Bear, and try to put a vote in for her. So that would be great. Yoli says, have you booked a date on the Jubilee? I have not. Lito Tito has tried to get me on there. He's on the inaugural cruise, but Yoli, as you know, because we're going to be on the Carnival celebration for New Year's Eve. So I can't be on an inaugural. I can't do both of them. So that is why. Daryl put 2 votes in for Michelle this afternoon as well. All right. So let's get Michelle at the top of that leaderboard. The Naughty Cruiser says, I think it's going to be Kendall and Chris for the Jubilee, but I also see them taking Cooking and putting him on the Mardi Gras. You know what? I really like that thought, Naughty Cruiser. I really like that thought a lot. I would love to see Cookie in a bigger venue. The thing is, when I interviewed Cookie, one thing, he's got other ambitions as well, and he's kind of looking to go that Hollywood route. And I know us as cruisers that have cruised with him are like, no, don't leave us or whatever. But I think if he sees the right TV opportunity come along, or the right acting opportunity come along, I think that he could be in a position that, I hate to say it, I don't want to say he's going to leave Carnival, and he certainly didn't tell me anything. Like, I'm not trying to start rumors or anything, but if you listen to the interview, he does talk about future ambitions and things like that, and you don't want to hold anybody back. You don't want to keep somebody in a position just because you like them where they are or whatever, right? So, I wish him nothing but the best. But obviously, if he does eventually leave Carnival at some point, hopefully it's not soon for our sake, right? And we get to enjoy him as a cruise director. But yeah, that would be awesome to see him on the Mardi Gras. And as you mentioned, Naughty Cruiser with both Chris Williams and Kindle Fire, their schedule is open for when the celebration is coming. And maybe they would do something like that. I didn't even think about that, but it's possible you could have two cruise directors, right? I mean, why wouldn't it be? You could have two cruise directors be the inaugural. I'm not sure that will happen, but it's possible. That way they could kind of have both of them be happy. They could both get the honor of being the inaugural cruise director. And I don't know how they would divide it up after that. I know they'd probably be happy with their workload because their workload would be divided in half and they could cover that ship like a glove between the two of them. So that's not such a crazy idea. I do, like I said, I think it's going to be Kindle Fire. And again, I put all my reasonings in the video or whatever. So you can go back and watch that if you like. All right. Now, last week we did a little, and Yoli, thank you so much. Let me write you down here. Yoli 50. Oh, that's another drink. Oh, and shoot, Mark, dang it. Mark, you give me the biggest, here, Yoli, I'm glad you did that because I don't know how I forgot. I think I was just so excited and happy about Mark's first thing that I forgot to do my shot. So this first one is Mark, and actually I'm going to owe you a second here, Mark. So we're going to go Mark, Yoli, Mark again. All right. So, but the first two I'm going to shoot. The third one I'll sip a little bit. So, but thank you too so much for that. And again, if you do a $15 or higher, I do a shot. In the case of 50, I'm going to do two for that one. So let's see. So you are 12. Let's see, 10, 20, 12 through, we'll say 26. Yep, I think that's it. 12 through 26, Yoli. All right. So that one was Mark. Yoli, here you are right here. And again, Yoli and her husband are big Oklahoma Sooner fans. And but they're going to be in the Chicago area, and they messaged us, and they're also going to cruise with us on the New Year's Eve cruise. But they're going to be in Chicago. So I said, hey, you guys should go to Wrigley, catch a Cubs game. So we're going to catch a Cubs game together. So Yoli, here, thank you very much for this. And Mark, you're still here, I hope. Mark, this is your second one. Now, this one I'm going to sip because, again, I haven't drank in 6 days. And I have a drink in this as well. So my tolerance has probably gone down just a little bit. All right. Okay, so we covered, and I was going to start talking about the celebration a little bit because that's going to be my next cruise, June 11th. Anita and I are on that, and she's actually visiting her sister in Florida. All right, Mark, and here, thank you again. Very kind, very generous. I appreciate it so much, really do. Now, we just did a little fun thing last week, and then we got Christy. You all are so awesome. All right. So Christy, 27 through 46. 27 through 46. And once I sip through this one, Christy, don't let me forget before we I'm going to get another one in here before. So last week, and then this is just a little fun thing, but I'll send you some stickers and some buttons or something like that if you're the winner. All right, but you could have fun. We did one for Anita last week, like a little trivia, see how well you know us. I think, since obviously you see me and I talk a lot, mine will probably be easier than hers. But I have 10 questions for you. Just a little fun thing. All right. And here's the thing. You got to put your answer. If you're going to play, you got to put your answer in the comments. Okay. That way everybody knows, like, oh, okay, they didn't get 10 right. This isn't the trivia on Carnival where it's your scout's honor and he's like, hey, I got them all right. What do you know? Give me my ship on a stick. This one we actually have to see your answers. All right. So here's number one. And I kind of gave you a hint, so I think most everybody should get this right. My favorite baseball team is who? And I'm going to give you choices. The St. Louis Cardinals, the New York Yankees, or the Chicago Cubs. Anita cannot play. Look at that. Anita trying to sneak in here. She'll mess the whole game up. But Anita's with us. She's in Florida visiting her sister. Yeah, burnt toast is correct. All right. So we have the first three saying Cubs, Cubs, Cubs. Daryl, North Shore Travels. Oh, wow. Look at that. Is it going to be a clean sweep? Are the Cubs going to win this clear-handedly? Oh, we got a Yankees. we got a Yankees from Lido Tito. I'm guessing that's a joke for some of it. Okay, it absolutely is the Cubs. And I think Lido Tito's trying to take a shot at me there or something. I don't know what that's about. All right, now my favorite football team. Is it the Chicago Bears? Is it the Las Vegas Raiders? Or is it the Green Bay Packers? Is it the Chicago Bears, the Las Vegas Raiders, or the Green Bay Packers? All right. So Daryl is saying the Raiders. Lido Tito says the Raiders. Will G says, oh, Will G, you're late on the Cubs there. Usnavi Raiders, Tony Raiders, Christie Raiders, Yoli Raiders, North Shore Travelers, Bears. Do we have any other answers? Remember, you got to put your answer in the comments if it's going to count. Frankie Floyd says the Bears. Mark Futch says the Packers. Okay, it is the Las Vegas Raiders, and that was a tougher one than the Cubs. I lived in California. My family moved to California when I was a kid, from Illinois. And at the time, the Raiders were moving from Oakland down to LA, and they made a real big deal about it. And I was an impressionable kid. And that's how I became a Raider fan. And the Raiders won the Super Bowl in like 84. They had Lyle Alzado, Howie Long, Lester Hayes, Todd Christensen, Jim Plunkett, all those guys, old school Raiders. That's when the Raiders were good, not like they are now. But that's what turned me into a Raider fan. Naughty Cruiser Travel Vlogs has to run. They're going live at 9, so you guys could check out the Naughty Cruiser Travel Vlogs after this if you want. Eddie Lugo Studios is here. Brooklyn is in the house. All right. And Angie Morrow says, Boog. Oh, Broncos. Oh, no. Oh, no. We can't have the Broncos. Well, we're both bad, Angie. The Broncos are bad now and the Raiders are bad. So we're in the same ship together. And we'll be in the same ship together next month. So we have that in common. All right. What is my tradition every cruise? So this is the people that watch a lot of videos here that will get this right. Is it a bourbon milkshake, a bang bang sushi roll from Bonsai Sushi, or peel and eat shrimp? It is something that I do every cruise. A bourbon milkshake, bang bang sushi roll, or peel and eat shrimp. I do one of those literally every cruise. I've made it a tradition that I do that. Okay, so bourbon milkshake, bang bang sushi roll, or peel and eat shrimp. Which is it? All right, so we got Tony G saying shrimp, Daryl saying shrimp, Lido Tito shrimp, Usnavi shrimp, Eddie Lugo says bonsai sushi, Yoli says shrimp, Christy says shrimp, Will says shrimp, Eddie Lugo says shrimp, North Shore. Yep. All right. Well, some of y'all know me pretty good. You're watching some videos because, yes, peel and eat shrimp. And then what do I have with it for a bonus? It's not really a bonus, but I get something with it. I want to see who really, really knows. I get something with that shrimp. In addition to the shrimp, I also get what? Just want to see who knows the extra. Does anybody else know what I get besides the shrimp from the Seafood Shack? Waiting. Do, 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 do. I don't know if we're going to get an answer. It is the clam chowder in a bread bowl. I thought somebody would know that. All right. Now, which of these do I prefer more? Oh, Will answered it. Okay, Tony G answered it. Okay, you guys got it. There's a delay, I know. So good on that. Daryl had guessed lobster roll. I do like the lobster rolls, but that's more Anita's thing. Okay, here's number 4. Which of these would I prefer the most if all things being equal? All right. The piano bar, the playlist production, so like their Broadway type shows, or the stand-up comedy. If it was a piano bar performer that I really liked, a playlist production that I really liked, or a comedy that I'd heard really good things about, which of those 3 would I go to? All right. Yoli is saying playlist. Usnavi is saying production shows. Christy playlist. Dilbert is saying piano bar. Daryl playlist. Frankie playlist. Will G playlist. Lito Tito playlist. North Shore Travel playlist. Eddie says the casino. It was a secret. It was a trick question. Eddie's the only one that got it right. No, yeah, that wasn't an answer, Eddie, but I like your thinking. And yeah, I go to the casino plenty enough. Tony says playlist, aka Celestial Strings. Yes, it is Playlist Productions, and Celestial Strings, yes, is my favorite. So let me take another sip. This is still Mark Futch's shot here. And we're playing craps. We're playing craps, Eddie. I'll see you at the craps table. Let's buy the 4 and 10, and let's go heavy on the 6 and 8. And let's get a hot roller up here. How about we do that? Okay. All right. Now, number 5. Which ship do I most want to go on? Of these 3, if these 3 are my choices, which ship am I going to go on if, I have my choice? Itineraries are the same. The Magic, the Mardi Gras, or the Carnival Valor? The Carnival Magic, the Carnival Mardi Gras, or the Carnival Valor? Am I going for a smaller ship, a mid-sized ship, or a mega ship? Magic, Mardi Gras, or Valor? Which of those 3 would I go on? All right. So Mark says the Breeze. That wasn't a choice, but it is in the Dream class. So maybe you meant the Magic, because the Breeze is in the Magic class along with the Dream. Okay, we have Mardi Gras, Mardi Gras, Mardi Gras, Breeze, Magic, Mardi Gras, Valor, Mardi Gras. Okay, we'll close out this question in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. The truth is, I've been on all 3 of those ships. We made some great cruise family on the Valor. That's where we met the Charlie's Angels, among other people. So we had a great time on Carnival Valor. And the cruise is what you make it, but it's enhanced by the people that you meet, right? Yoli, for example, we met on the Mardi Gras last year, and we're going to a Cubs game later this month. So we just keep expanding that circle of cruise family, right? And then the Carnival Magic, I was just on Thanksgiving, had a great time there. But the Mardi Gras, I love the Mardi Gras, the XL class. I feel like they did it right. So if you guessed Mardi Gras, you are correct, and you can give yourself a point. Look at that. We got Fireball Steve, and Fireball Steve gave me this gift. You probably can't see it. Maybe you can. Look at that. It says Coach Cruise on there. He did that when we cruised on the New Year's Eve cruise together. But good to see you here. And cut that grass. Okay. All right. Now here's one you really got to be like, I know you've been around and watching my channel for a while if you get this right. I coach what? High school boys football, high school boys basketball, or high school boys baseball? Boys football, boys basketball, or boys baseball? Which of those three do I coach? Football, basketball, or baseball? Which of those three for boys? Put that answer in the chat. Well, Will G, got to be more specific because BB could be baseball or basketball. Yoli, we're talking boys right now, Yoli. So I coach boys also, just to give you a heads up. All right. So Daryl says boys basketball, Christy baseball, Lito Tito basketball. Mark is thinking I'm throwing a trick question at you. He says none of the above. Usnavi, you all are thinking I'm tricking you. No, I'm not. I coach either boys baseball, boys basketball, or boys football. So we're asking which of those boys sports do I coach? So we see some baseball, some baseball, some baseball. Lito Tito says that's what I was going to say too. Well, you all are, I'm telling you, I can't believe you all didn't know I coached boys. That's like the main thing I've coached. I've coached this for 20 years. It's even on and some of you here are on my personal Facebook page, and that's like in my profile, like the big picture in the back. So you should know this. You guys, we're not on girls yet. That was going to be another question. You all are messing it up. All right. So the correct answer, and we have Brian jumping in here. It is boys basketball. Okay. The boys coach. I thought I was specific. I said I coach what? High school boys football, high school boys basketball, or high school boys baseball. This was my 20th year. Can you believe that? That's how old I am. I've coached the varsity boys basketball team for 20 years at the school that I'm at right now. All right. So if you answered basketball, you are correct. All right. Now, question number 7 that some of you jumped the gun on. What also do I coach? Girls soccer, girls basketball, or girls flag football? This is question number 7. Girls soccer, girls basketball, or girls flag football? Which girls sport do I coach? All right. So Christy says girls flag football, North Shore. Oh, you guys are going fast here. The thing just jumped way up. North Shore says girls basketball. Wow, you all are answering fast. There's a lot of comments coming in. Girls flag, girls flag, girls flag, girls soccer. We got flag. Lito Tito says choir. Lito Tito is getting a failing grade on this quiz, but I think that's by design. All right, it is girls flag football. That is correct. So if you guessed girls flag football, you got the correct answer. All right, question number 8. Which am I going to take? Am I going to take steak, lobster, or sushi? Steak, lobster, or sushi for me. 3 plates in front of me. The best sushi, the best lobster, the best steak. Which am I taking? All right. Yoli says steak. Mark says steak. Oh, we got a lot of steak fans here, or a lot of people that think I'm a steak fan. A lot of, do we have it? Oh, North Shore Traveler says Geisberg. We always got to have one comedian. I like that though. Lito Tito is going to say like an ice cream cone or something. Tony G, you were not wrong there. And I'm going on the celebration. So you know it. You know I'm going to be at Shaq's Chicken. That's for sure. That's the wrong answer, but you have the right thinking. Okay. We're going to close this answer out in 5, 4, Look, we got Together We Travel is here also. There's a couple of you snuck in, but I'm glad you're answering the trivia or whatever. No, you know what? I'm not a huge lobster fan. I like it, but I'm not a huge lobster fan. Steak is the correct answer. That's honestly probably another tradition. I can't remember the last cruise I was on where we didn't go to the steakhouse. I mean, we always go to the steakhouse once. So along with the peel and eat shrimp, the steakhouse would be one. And we usually get like the spice rubbed ribeye. I'm disappointed they got rid of the Wagyu steak because we were getting that. But yeah, if you answer steak, you are correct. All right. Question number 9. I was born in what year? 1970, 1973, or 1975? 1970, 1973, or 1975? Do, 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 do. Ba-na-na-na, bum, ba-na-na-na. I'm not seeing answers here. What are y'all trying to do some math here? What are you doing? Okay, now they just all popped up all at once. All right, so we got Frankie saying 73, 73, 7. A lot of 73. Oh my God, Brian, you must not like me. Brian says 1816. Well, how old would I be there? That would be like 160 something. Mark says 1975. He's trying to be that person that is the one correct person, right? All right, so we're going to close this question off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, I do appreciate Mark. He tried to make me 2 years younger, although the correct answer is 1973. Many of you know I just turned 50, so I'm glad to see so many of you got that correct. You know, you're paying attention here. All right, now this is a tougher one. I've not given this answer, I don't think. Maybe I gave it once. I think I gave it one time on one video. So this is truly going to be a guess for almost all of you. The only person who knows this is Anita, who asked if she could play, and I told her no, because she'd give it away if she did. Now, here is the question. What candy bar will I choose most often? Is it going to be a Twix, a Snickers, or a Reese's peanut butter cup? A Twix, a Snickers, or a Reese's peanut butter cup? Which of those 3 candy bars will I choose the most often? Oh, Mike. Okay, cool. 73. What was your birthday month, Michael? I'm a Pisces. February is my birthday month. Okay, we got some candy bars coming in here. They're coming up fast and furious. All right. We have we got Brian. Okay. Brian, okay. So that's oh yeah. Well, good to see you, Brian. Good to see you. Snickers. Yoli says cups, the Reese's cups. Usnavi says Twix. Troy says Reese's cups. Fireball, Twix. Tony G, the Reese's cups. Reese's cup, North Shore Travel. Will G says Reese's. Christy says Snickers. Lito Tito, the cups. Frankie the Floyd, the cups. Eddie Lugo, Snickers. Daryl Dean, Twix. Lito Tito, cups. Angie Morrow says Snickers. Mark says or all. Daryl Dean, coach, we're the same age. All right. Well, cool. We got a couple 50-year-olds in here. Michael, January, Capricorn. Okay. So we're only a month apart. I'm in February. Tony G, is a cup really a bar? Yeah, that's a good question. And Brian says all the above, but Twix is your favorite. Oh, you know what, Brian? That is a quality answer there. I like how you finished that. And that is pretty much true. And the correct answer is Twix. And yes, I'd be happy to eat all 3 of those candy bars any day of the week. But if I only have to choose one, it is going to be a Twix. So you get that answer correct if you answer Twix. Now, let's find out the results. Okay, So everybody saw your answers, so they know if you're cheating or not. Is there anybody that got 10, that got all 10 correct? Anybody that got all 10 correct? Okay, Will is saying 8 of 10. Where did anybody get 10 of 10 correct? Did anybody get 9 of 10 correct? Anybody get 9 of 10 correct? Okay. Oh, Usnavi, you got 9 out of 10? Okay. Is anybody else get 9 out of 10? Michelle, this is our teacher that you're voting for to win the cruise. Daryl, you got 10 out of 10? For real? Okay. Well, let's see. Yoli wasn't keeping track. So, well, if Daryl, I mean, you can't beat 10 out of 10. So if Daryl got 10 out of 10, then he's obviously the winner. And Daryl, you're going to win the big prize of stickers. These are my fancy new stickers that I'm giving away to people. But send me your address and I will send you. But these do really come in handy. Like if you have a garage fridge, or what I like to do is I like to put them on my Yeti cups. Right. And they hold up really well to washing and everything else. There are sturdy stickers. They will not wear off anytime soon. So yeah, that's what we have going on right there. But yeah, that's just a little fun trivia thing, whatever I wanted to try to do or whatever. But I did want to say, I thank you so much, all of you. We got so many, well, just everybody for watching. But also special thanks to everybody that did the super chats. We had Frankie Floyd, Lido Tito, North Shore Travels, Mark Futch, Jen Ryan, Naughty Cruisers, Mark Futch again, Yoli, and Christy Curry. So much for the super chats. That was absolutely awesome. Appreciate you all so much. That's what really motivates and keeps us going or whatever. And yeah, you know what? We're gonna finish just a minute or so early, unless anybody has any questions. And Eddie Lugo is here. Go check out his channel as well. We had the Naughty Cruiser here earlier. We had North Shore Travelers. I don't know, they might still be here. So we had a few of our other channels. Moonlight Adventures was here. Lido Tito says, "Thank you, Coach, for an entertaining evening. I'll check those flights soon." Oh yeah, absolutely. We're trying to get Lido Tito on the Celebration Thanksgiving. That's another cruise. So a lot of people ask me, so while we finish up here, upcoming cruises in case they might be on one. We have a few people here that are going to be on a cruise with me, which I'm looking forward to meeting for the first time or meeting again in a couple cases. So June 11th, Anita and I will be cruising together on the Carnival Celebration. Then I'm on the Celebration again. Lee Mason is somebody I call a friend. Like I said, we've been messaging back and forth. He's got his YouTube channel up and going and just really kicking some tail with that. Trust me, you want to subscribe to that. If you are an avid cruiser and love the cruise life, behind the scenes stuff or whatever, he has got some amazing stuff going on. You definitely want to check him out. So I'm looking forward to seeing my friend Lee here on the next two cruises. Then we are going, Anita and I are going on the Carnival Luminosa, which I know Fireball Steve and Usnavi and Lido Tito and Christy, they're going on the Luminosa. Tim G is not here today, but I know they're going on the Luminosa as well. Not that same cruise, but they're going to Alaska, and we're going to Alaska in July 6th through the 13th. And then I'm on with a buddy the 13th through the 20th. And then we finish out the summer right before school starts again. We finish out the summer on the Carnival Magic, Anita and I. So, yeah, Mark says Lee is one of the best. Absolutely, Mark, 100%. I can't wait to do some work. And oh, you know what? Let me ask you a question, all of you, and you can post this on the Coach Cruise Facebook page or message me or whatever. But what type of things would you like to see? Now, I'm very happy with. I don't know how many of you saw my behind the scenes with Cookie, but I didn't want to just do a traditional interview. That's just been done so often. I did do an interview also with Cookie, but I wanted to do something different. So I just basically followed Cookie around and basically gave you a bird's eye view of all the different things that Cookie, might do or a cruise director might do. I'm planning on doing the same thing with Lee, basically just being on his shoulder and following him around and him giving us his insight of all the things that he's doing. And he does that on his own channel, but it'll be a different perspective, for me, since I'm actually filming him, and just the interaction with the cruisers and stuff like that. But if there's any other ideas that you might have that you would like to see as a video or something, or some content for a separate video, like for example, I shared a video that's been very popular about the Cheers package, and how to maximize it and get everything out of it, and whether it's worth it or not. AARP cards, gift cards, how you can save 10% on anything cruise related, stuff like that. If there's anything that you would like me to produce or do a video of, let me know. Hit me up, message me, or contact me on the Coach Cruise Facebook page. But we hit our hour, so we are over there. Let's see. Chrissy Cursa would love a show on shore excursions. And Chrissy, let me know specifically what type of shore excursions, what type, what ports you're talking about. Macrina Elizabeth Holder, love the chef's table video. Well, thank you so much. That was I appreciate that, Macrina. I really do. And then let's see. Frankie says, how do you keep up with Cookie? You know what, Frankie, that is so true. And you probably saw, I asked him the question, like, man, you're really moving. And it was hard to keep up with him. And I'm scared. I'm scared because I'm gonna be hooking up with Lee on the Carnival celebration, and Lee might even be faster. I don't know how many of you have watched Lee or subscribed to Lee Mason's YouTube channel yet. Lee, your cruise director, if you want to subscribe to him. But he's walking around the ship, and honest God, I feel like I'm going to have to be jogging behind him because he seems like, I mean, Cookie was walking super fast, and I was having a hard time keeping up with them. I feel like Lee, it's going to be even tougher. So 100% on that. Oh, Usnabi says, hit that like button. I said it before the show even started that I always forget, and I forgot all the way up into this point because Usnavi reminded me. So yeah, if you can hit that like button before you leave, that would be super cool. Let me see if there's any other questions. Lito Tito says he loved behind the scenes. It was fun. And if Michelle wins, would be on that NCL. Yeah, that would be so cool if Michelle won. Daryl says, thanks, Coach. I thank you. This has been a fun show. Anita's always asking me, like, what are you going to talk about? Like, you got anything to talk about? But I feel like we filled in the show pretty good today. Christy says the ABC Islands never been looking for suggestions on beach. And oh, okay. Well, Christy, I will tell you, check out my Bon Air video for sure. And then Aruba, I feel like, you just want to go to a beach in Aruba. But Chrissy, if you can get to this Flamingo, I forget which hotel hosts it, but there's this one place where you can go where they have flamingos right on the beach, but it's crazy hard. It's crazy hard to get a reservation. It's expensive, but you can get to this place that I think it's like the Radisson Hotel, or I forget the name of the hotel, but you got to book it way in advance. And when it comes open for booking, you got to be like right there and book it right away. But that's where the flamingos are, right on the beach and stuff in Aruba. That would be a really cool thing. But if you want to save some money and just go to a really cool, beautiful beach, you can do that too. And that'll cost you next to nothing. And then Curacao, let's see they got this. Okay. Well, we'll talk, Christy, you can message me anytime and I'll help you for any of that. Macrina says ideas on lower cost but safe ways and places to go ashore. And yeah, Macrina, message me personally. You could message me at either Brad Dowling or Coach Cruz, and let me know what your itinerary is. I'm happy to help you out with that. Mark says both makes everyone feel good. Met both of them. Oh yeah, absolutely, Mark. I agree 100%. It's always nice to see excursion ideas or beach options. Yes, I agree with that, Eric, as well. And I think that's it. Show about different itineraries. Yeah, well, Lido Tito, speaking of Alaska, I'm gonna try to do some of that, because I know a lot of people are going to Alaska or have never been to Alaska, and they want to know different things that they can do. So I'm gonna try to do that with Alaska. So that'll be next up. But again, everybody, I thought we were gonna get out here early, and here I am 5 minutes late. But there's still 21 of you on here. If by chance you haven't already hit that like button, do me a big favor, hit that like button on your way out. And again, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun today solo here. But you all made that possible by making it fun. So thank you. And my winner, who was my winner again? Got 10 out of 10. I forget now because, oh, wait, Christy, you didn't remind me. And I just remembered. I was going to say I forgot because I've been drinking, and I did forget because I've been drinking, but I didn't forget that you bought me a shot. So Christy, this is for you here, and I'm going to start sipping on this, but you can bet that I will finish it. And thank you again so much for that, Christy and Mark, for all your super chats. And next week, we only have 54 to go before we give away the next shirt. And that's it, everybody. So thank you so much again, everybody. And we will see you next week. Great show. Well, I had fun anyway. I hope you did. And we'll see you all next week. Happy cruising.